guys, how's it going? We are going to have some chats. I'm going to ask John some questions and we're just going to have a good time. So yeah, let's get into it. So the cookie game. The person to have the most cookies wins. Sounds simple, right? But what you got to do is you got to put it on your head and you got to like bring it down into your mouth, chew it, and then put the next one through. Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
I can't look back, no time to slack. All of this mess I should have guessed, but now I'm out of all my doubt. Turn it around, I came to sound, I knew extreme, something to sing. Who should I be? No time to see, nothing to lose, but
well, 1 each.
1 at the end. So we go. That's our first game, folks. Next, we're going to get into some questions, but we're going to do this with a bit of a hot twist. So if you don't know, we are doing this off Hot Ones.
Hot Ones is a show with spicy questions and even spicier wings.
The first one, Kai Tire Fire. Yeah.
In Kaitaia. Yeah, it's in Kaitaia.
It's in Kaitaia. Good job.
That's why it's called Kaitaia Fire.
Alright, let's get these questions rolling. So, we're obviously in unique times. What has it been like for you?
I really enjoyed being at home more. I'm working from home with my job. Being able to disconnect a little bit from the world. I'm so used to having events every night. Now that we're in quarantine, I can just focus on being around home. It's given me some cool ways to connect with friends over things like Discord, Skype, FaceTime, Zoom, Hangouts, House Party. I've been doing a lot of gaming online with friends.
House Party's fun.
Zoe's played her first game of Dota last night, expanding our ways we can hang out together.
Yes, we have been.
Yeah, it's been cool. It hasn't been without challenges.
Yeah.
I love Zoe.
Aww.
But sometimes we do eat on each other's nerves. Nando's peri peri chicken, extra bloody hot.
Oh my gosh.
Sink it.
So, who is your hero and why? It's actually not bad. We should finish that off.
For quite a few years, I really got into the drummer from a band called Under Oath. His name's Aaron Gillespie. Firstly because he plays drums, because he sings, because he plays guitar, because he writes songs, because he tours the world. And he still inspires me to this day. Maybe the way he's inspired me slightly has changed over time, but I still look up to him in certain aspects, in certain ways, and do see him as a hero with what he's achieved in his life.
What is one of the best pieces of advice you've been given and why?
It's not necessarily a piece of advice, it's kind of a summary of what they are all about and what they stand for, and it's a podcast we call the Bad Christian Podcast, which is about 3 dudes who get Christian celebrities or various people on this podcast, and the whole thing is in the pursuit of truth and in the pursuit of authenticity and honesty. And for me, that's been really inspirational, especially in the last few years, to not feel like I have to be like anyone else, not feel like I have to walk in anyone else's footsteps, but I can just be me and be authentic and be real and be honest. And I think it's something that I'm working on and trying to get better at. Speaking my mind and actually saying how I feel about things and not just going along with the flow or just saying yes because that's what other people do.
That's good advice. Yeah, I like that. What is your go-to dessert?
I don't think you could just sum it up with just one dessert. So I'm already changing the question.
Oh wow.
Just as an FYI. You have to start with something plain and chilled. Maybe like some shortbread. Something that it kind of gets your sweet tooth going, but it's still like a little bit bland. I'd step it up. I'd step it up to something a bit more rich. So I'd go for like a chocolate mousse, and then the last course I'd end with chocolate fondue, probably with marshmallows, some fruit, maybe some pineapple lumps, and maybe just a little bowl of ambrosia next to it.
Okay, I'm all for that.
This one's called Cully's Reaper. It's super cheap at the supermarket. Anyone can get it. It's very hot.
I'm only having a dab, literally. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I smell it. I know it.
Ready?
Go. Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I'm not looking forward to this one.
Oh, that's hot. Okay. You have a new album coming out very soon. What can we expect from this album?
It's an interesting album. It was written through a bunch of different seasons, so it's got a lot of different themes in it.
Yeah.
But I guess the main thing you can look for, the main thing you can expect is rawness, authenticity, and maybe some slightly different songwriting from me.
Nice. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about your album, can we listen to a clip from it?
We can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's it called?
So this is a song called
Yeah.
A Quick Digression into Moral Dilemma.
I'm after freedom, I'm after justice. I'm fighting for the ones worth fighting for. No, I don't stay safe, no, I don't hedge bets. I'm not done fighting till my very last breath is gone.
It's kind of a song about people who are less fortunate and the dilemma that we are faced with not just caring for ourselves but also caring for other people who maybe don't have the financial resources, maybe don't have the mental or emotional or physical resources like a house and things like that to care for themselves or their families, and the responsibility that we have as humans and as good citizens to actually look after everyone, not just ourselves. I heard this quote that some people are so poor that all they have is money, and it's kind of this idea that money doesn't actually really mean everything. We think that people who are rich are so important, but there's things that are much more important than money, like morals, like the way you treat other people, like respect, like the way you live your life is more important than how much money you've got. This song is kind of written about that.
Nice. It's exciting. I'm really looking forward to this new album that's coming out very soon. Let's get into our next hot sauce.
This is the one everyone's waiting for. This causes serious pain.
Okay,
You
1,
ready?
2, 3.
I feel it instantly.
Oh! That just progresses.
Oh yeah.
If you had $1 million,
More than one.
what would you do with it?
It was a bad idea. So I think if I got $1 million, I would invest it, probably through a company that knows what they're doing. I'd love to buy some music gear. I'd love to buy a new guitar. I'd love to do up my studio, maybe get some new drums
Who
cymbals.
wouldn't? I wouldn't want to upgrade this stuff.
Maybe pay off the house. Who knows?
Ooh. Going back to your album, what makes this album different from your last album? Grass is always greener on the other side.
I think the key thing that's different with this new album is it's not heavy. So the last album was super heavy, it was in weird drop tunings and stuff. With this album, it's a lot more pop rock. It's a lot more chilled. So I think it's more accessible to people. People who don't necessarily like heavy music like me can listen to this album. And I think that's where it's quite different. So
Nice.
That's cool, more accessible.
What has this year taught you so far?
That's a good question. Some of the stuff this year has taught me is the importance of family, the importance of focusing on the people that are close to you. When you're out in your normal day and you've got a lot of stuff going on in your evenings and throughout your days and you're working in an office and stuff like that, you can almost kind of neglect your family, you can neglect the people that are close to you. And this has taught me the importance of sewing into those relationships, sewing into family over Skype and videos and stuff. The importance of spending time with Zoe. Yeah, so that's been something that's important.
Nice. I respect that. Guys, we've managed to plow through these horrible hot sauces that I will not have eaten time again soon. But thank you, Jordan, for coming on my channel and chatting with us and being honest. What's something you just want to encourage and say to those who've been listening today?
I think it's important to say that every person watching this, you are awesome and you are going to make it through this and you're going to come out the other side stronger. You're going to have learnt to embrace change, you're going to have adapted, you're going to have made it through something that has been very difficult for all of us, and you're going to have come out a better person. So embrace the change, embrace the difficulty, embrace the struggle, and also embrace the good times, embrace the things that are cool in this moment, in this time with Corona. And I can't wait to see how the world has changed when we all emerge with now. Our country's finally opened their borders, when we can finally all meet together again. I'm so excited to see that. So be encouraged, be blessed. It's great news. There is hope, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So don't give in, don't despair, don't worry, because none of those things are actually going to solve anything. Just push through, persevere, and we're going to make it.
Okay.
That's very nice. I'm going to do one over top.
Okay. Alright, one more cookie go.
No.
Alright, thanks guys. See you next time.